Well, as you can see, I still have the eye infection, but something important has just happened, and that is that the latest terrorist incident in Mali, people are coming forward who are witnesses, people are coming forward who've been shot, who say that the terrorists were speaking English. So what does this mean? This means, obviously, that the terrorists are either UK or American nationals. Now think about that for a minute. Either they are radicalized Muslims who come from the UK or from America, or these terrorists are not terrorists. These terrorists are bought and paid for mercenaries. Now, this is not to say that some Western government is involved. This is to say that it may very well be that ISIS, stroke ISIL, or whatever you care to call them, is in fact purchasing mercenaries. After all, they do actually have plenty of money with which to do so. Everywhere they go, they've been capturing banks, they've been confiscating wealth. We know for a fact that they've been selling artifacts from both Syria and Iraq in various shops across Europe. Some have been found on the streets of London, and this is yet another source of revenue for them. Not to mention the fact that they've been selling oil from the captured states that they have, and this oil has been bought by various companies, and nobody seems to know which companies, and paid for with what? Dollars? Gold? Who knows? But this is a new and serious development, because yes, there have been something like 1,000 English Muslim radicals who have gone to fight for ISIS, some of them female. There doubtless has been a number from the United States. But from the accounts given, these people that attacked were in fact very well organised, they were military, and they were giving each other instructions in clear English. Not in French, not in the local language, not in Arabic, but in English. And to my mind, this points more to the mercenary solution, because even in the UK, Islamic radicals, by habit, speak Arabic. And of course there is the other solution, possible solution, and that is that some of these terror incidents are in fact false flag attacks, designed to do, as seems to be happening, more damage to personal liberty, and to put special forces on the streets. I'm told the SAS is on the street in London. Doubtless other countries like France, Belgium, they too have their special forces upon the streets of their country. And there could be a reason for this. Don't forget, just recently there has been talks in Paris about imposing a new world order. And doubtless this would result in public dissatisfaction and public demonstrations. Now, all of this, of course, is ratcheting up not terrorism, but the military actions in Syria, and now the British government is talking about sending in troops and planes to Syria to fight ISIS. Now, I wonder which ISIS they're going to fight. Is it going to be the ISIS that the Russians are fighting, the Islamic radicals, or are they in fact going to be fighting the country's own incumbent government? And this is something that we really need to watch, because the country's own incumbent government has not invited anyone, apart from Russia, to step into Syria. So now other countries are looking at stepping on Russia's toes. And Russia is in fact currently the leader of the UN Security Council, which has just voted unanimously that global action should be taken against ISIS. It's not been specified what form this action should take. It is not carte blanche, any sort of military action. It is in fact an open book as to what might happen. There has been no United Nations resolution saying that action in Syria would be justified, yet these terrorist attacks are immediately being spun to justify actions in Syria. And this is mad, because if these terrorists did in fact come from either the UK or the US, then surely these actions should take place either in the UK or the US, and not in some foreign country where these terrorists did not actually come from. However, politically, the BBC is now pushing like crazy. They're pushing the Syrian thing, and they're saying that the UK is going to buy, I think it was $12 billion worth, £12 billion worth of stealth aircraft from the States, I presume. They didn't say where they're buying it from, but not many people make stealth aircraft. And certainly Eurofighter, although it has some stealth characteristics, is not a stealth bomber by any means. But then we have to ask why. Why look for stealth against ISIS? Has ISIS got ultra-sophisticated radar systems, ultra-sophisticated IR detection systems, and do they in fact run their own fighters that are very capable, like say an F-15 or an S-16? No, they don't. So who are these planes actually meant to fight? And the answer can only really be other sophisticated countries such as Israel, such as Russia, who may wish to stick their oar into the Syrian situation. This all really seems to have nothing to do with terrorism, and once again terrorism is being used as an excuse for oppression in the UK, in the US, in France, in Belgium, in Germany, you name it, this is where it's happening. And before I go, I'm going to apologise once again, because this video won't be so good. It's been recorded actually on my webcam, on my laptop, because currently my IT situation is a little dire. But I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'm going to say goodbye now. And I'm hoping to produce an update within the next couple of days to share with you. Bye.
Actual but classical, practical and factual. Arduinotronic, harmonic, ionic, bionic, atomic. It will astonish you. It's magical and casual, actual but classical.